Hi everyone, it is November 19 now? What is it? November 19, 2019. Okay. I said that I was going to be posting my next video. It would be on two articles. That's going to have to wait. I'll explain in another video in more detail what I am going through, but I want to ask, how are you feeling? I have been going through something that I can't even describe. It could be electromagnetic frequency related. So I do want to ask those in upstate South Carolina, how are you doing? Do you feel like yourself? Are you having cognitive difficulty? All of the toxins combined with these electromagnetic frequencies that we are saturated in, it's all taking its toll. And I am rather frustrated. I am having great difficulty with motivation. A subscriber left a comment. She was writing about her daughter who is in college, and her daughter is experiencing having no motivation, along with exhaustion, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, and asked if frequencies could do this. Yes. Yes. A big, bold yes. So I do have to wonder if what I am experiencing is induced by this external force that we are all subjected to. Now, if you hear a leaf blower in the background, I can't do anything about it. PG&E blackouts will start Wednesday for many, many counties. I will link below to this article. Yes, another 800,000 approximately will be affected by these blackouts. Yes, you have wind again, so you have to have your power shut off. Remember, you are to have no security. Everything will be changing, and nothing will be permanent. New World Order plans exposed by insider. In 1969, Dr. Day gave a lecture, starting the lecture with, "This will not be recorded, this will not be, you will not take any notes." And Dr. Day, well, he was the former, or he was the medical director of Planned Parenthood Federation of America, the medical director of Planned Parenthood at the time of its founding years. And who were establishing Planned Parenthood? Eugenicists, those crazy psychopaths who wanted to kill off people that were, not of, well, those who were lowly. Those who were into eugenics. I can't believe what we're living. It's so unbelievably, mind-blowing. But in this lecture, and if you have not seen this, never heard of it, take a look. I will link to it below. These are the topics that were discussed by Dr. Day in 1969 of what was going to be happening to the United States over the coming decades. Everything, virtually everything, that this man spoke of, we're living. We are living right now. But one of the things that he said was people will have to get used to the idea of change. So used to change that they'll be expecting change. Nothing will be permanent. Nothing will be permanent. This often came from Dr. Day in the context of a society where people seem to have no roots or moorings. And that is what we're living to, with the people moving, whether it's related to the economy. As an example, Boise, Idaho is having difficulty with the amount of Californians who are moving out of California and moving into Boise, Idaho. And the Californians who move to other states have no roots or moorings. Another example, I met a man who moved to Anderson. He moved his family from Maine to Anderson, South Carolina, because where he was living in Maine had become impoverished. There were no jobs. He had to feed his kids. He moves to Anderson, South Carolina, a mega region, Agenda 2030, to find work. And this man looked so, his affect, his expression, everything was depressed. There was no reason for this man and his family to be there except money. And when that happens, when a whole lot of people are moving all over, they lose their roots, they lose their connection, they lose their moorings. And there's no reason for them to be there. They lose meaning in life, meaning to their life. And it has a very big effect. So, the change, he also said that this was in contrast to generations of people growing up and living a time when certain things were permanent. There was security. You knew that when you flipped on the lights, they would come on. Nothing is permanent anymore. So change was to be brought about deliberately. Change was to be anticipated, expected, accepted, no questions asked. Nothing will be permanent, not even your electricity. Okay, this is only going to get worse for all of us. But here are the counties, 22 counties, a whole lot of towns affected, Oroville, Chico, Berry Creek. I'm not going to read them all. You've got wind. That means you don't have electricity. Southern California. Couldn't believe it. All right, I'm reading articles 2 days ago. It's fire weather back in Southern California. And Southern California Edison was going to be turning off your power. I spoke to a subscriber who lives in Southern California. She told me it was 90 degrees 2 days ago. I noticed the temperature yesterday, and it said it was 92 degrees in Southern California, in LA. Fire weather, it's going to be dry and windy in Southern California. So prepare for more fires. Not 24 hours later, you get this. Here's when to expect rain and plummeting temperatures this week in Southern California. Oh, expect change. Expect that nothing will be permanent. Expect to not have any security. And expect, one day it's fire weather and it's going to be dry and it's going to be windy, and the next day you're getting rain. Okay, so how is that rain coming about? We have a system to our south and one to our north. They're going to come together and bring us that chance across the area. I went to College of DuPage just a little while ago. And let me take a look at, oh wow, check out this, what? Man-made cloud, artificial cloud. God. All right. Yeah, this is not natural. This is man-made. Do you see the air masses moving in different directions? One air mass moving over, well, an air mass that seems to be stationary right here. And no, Mother Nature does not work in fine cutout lines. So here is a signature that man is controlling the clouds, the weather, the air masses. Right here. It's not moving. And it's very defined. But all of these straight lines that you see. And right here, you have instability being created, which is the LA area right in this pocket. And you see this almost square box that the instability is sitting in. Really? Okay. All of these cutout lines of cloud. And the air mass staying stationary, also in Nevada. It's unbelievable. So you have this going up north, northeast. You have this coming down. I guess this air mass coming down from the north. So the air masses that are colliding to bring about weather, it's man controlling weather. And we still can't get through to people. What we are living is just unbelievable. Unbelievable, but it's causing a lot of damage. Yeah, and once again, The Economist tells plebs to eat bugs, live on an insect diet to save the planet. Everything is climate change, global warming. But isn't it interesting that nobody ever looks at the sky or talks about it? Okay, we have something here in Anderson, South Carolina, certainly. And I know that a lot of you are experiencing this. The most outrageous, radical changes taking place right smack in the face of everyone, and no one's talking about it. You can have a conversation with people about climate change, but you can't seem to have a conversation about what is going on right smack in front of them. Obvious, something's wrong. So the black carbon dust, they can control temperature. They can create heat waves with black carbon dust. But look at all of the heavy metals, which, well, come about in colors. You got the orange, you got the hot pink, which it was so hot pink, the sky. This was 2 nights ago. And it didn't really pick up in my camera. So you got the black carbon dust, you got what could be lithium, barium, you got the lines, pink, black, but really? Okay. We can't talk about this. I can't even get people curious about what is taking place in our sky. The effect of all of this? Well, weather and the creation of artificial clouds, the enhancing of rain, but the effect on all life, it's killing all life. You know, you look at this. This was last night, and my camera does not do well at nighttime, but it was so remarkably disgusting, so remarkably toxic looking, but nobody is talking about it. No one talks about anything. I mean, anything that's happening in the country. Unbelievable that we are living this. Unbelievable. I just, sometimes I'm like, really? This is our sky? This is our sky. But people will believe climate change, and they won't even have a discussion about what is taking place right above their heads. Couldn't be more obvious that something is very wrong here. Or do people believe that this is climate change? This is the dumping of very toxic chemicals and heavy metals, nanoparticulates that, oh, it's not about just the weather, how they can control the weather with the use of this chemical heavy metal cocktail, but we're breathing all of this. We are breathing in all of these nanoparticulates, making us all ill, killing off the trees and the plants, the four-leggeds struggling. You know, hang on. Sorry, that neighbor came by and, all right. So yeah, it's every day almost. This guy in Anderson, South Carolina, is brilliantly filled with toxic chemicals and heavy metals. And you don't hear a peep. No one's talking about anything. But, you know, they'll talk about climate change. They'll talk about impeachment. They're so stuck in the matrix. And when you're the one who is outside of the matrix, it's like, oh, you really, it's hard. It's hard living this. This is not Mother Nature. These are not natural clouds, nor are they contrails. You know, this was on the 11th, and it was, yeah. Night had fallen, and we have incredibly dark black clouds with the chemtrails through them. And then this, I mean, dirty brown with pink lines in the middle down here. And I can't believe that no one ever mentions anything. You know, I'll bring it up. I'll talk about it. No one cares to even have a conversation. So are we in big trouble? Yes, we are in big trouble. We are in big trouble. Because now, you know, well, not just now, but we have been living where these unbelievably evil, psychopathic nut jobs can do whatever the hell they want to do. They could care less about the life that is being killed off. They just do what they want to do, and to hell with everything else. As if they're gods, and they control. They control life itself. That pisses me off. So when we talk about Agenda 2030, that they will have control over every aspect of our life, they already have control over virtually every aspect of our life. They're controlling our health. They control how we feel. They control the economy. They control the surveillance that's spying on us. So, yeah, I've been experiencing something that I don't know if it's the addition of the neighbor on the other side of me getting her Wi-Fi, the combination of the Wi-Fis that I am in the middle of, but my brain, I am not myself. I've never experienced. I have been experiencing, you know, these cognitive I don't know, shorts or something going on in my brain, like short circuiting or, difficulty, concentrating or whatever. But I can manage through. I can manage through. I've been able to manage through. Yeah, it takes effort. Okay, stick with it, stick with it. But now it's gotten to the point where I'm, I can't really even describe what I'm experiencing. I'm, that was a huge pulse of a frequency. But yeah, is it concerning? Of course it's concerning, for many reasons. But when there are some areas where people are not so pummeled with all of these toxins. There are some areas left where they're not inundated, saturated, with cell towers and antennas and Wi-Fi and smart meters and, whatever else, Gwen towers. But the areas that are, and I'm talking to subscribers who live in different areas of our country. That was a pulse. They are having a whole lot of difficulty functioning, keeping it together. Another huge pulse. They're having problem with their mental faculties. I don't want to go into detail, but you see these also, this yellow sitting in the pink. It's like, what else are they dumping on us? This area of upstate South Carolina gets hit hard, and it is like living in a mall. You can't escape the frequencies, the dangerous frequencies. So when people talk about 5G, so many of us have already gone down from 4G. 5G is just going to very rapidly kill off life. Be prepared for it. Get prepared. Somehow prepare yourself spiritually and emotionally for those that you love coming down with serious medical issues or dying early, dying very quickly. This ain't no joke what we're living. And there's no way to stop it. Not with the condition of the American people, not the condition that they are in. If no one is talking about these hot pink clouds that we have, or the dumping of black carbon dust, no one is talking. These are the microwave, the signature of the microwaves. That was the pulse. And it's not just going on up there. It's also affecting everything down below. All life. So if nobody's talking about these guys, you know that they can do whatever the hell they want to do. And yeah, it's very hard to take. It's very hard to take. When you're somebody who doesn't live in delusion and you can't ignore the reality. Ignore the reality of what you're living. When you are someone who can't do that, you see life dying all around you every single day. And when you're living without any outlet, there's no one really to talk to about what is going on, then you have to, manage on your own every single day, getting yourself up and marching forward well, eventually your energy just, it dies off. When you don't have any good energy around you to support, to inspire, to pick up, to lift up. And I know that a lot of you are also dealing with having to do this on your own. You know, it's hard. And these are different days. No one is talking about this. It's like living in such a surreal, Kafkaesque world. You've got this, no one talks about. You turn on the radio, you listen to the bullshit news, mainstream media. No one talks about this, which is extreme, which is so in your face. No one. And those who know don't care. Don't care. Or are too afraid to mention anything. Oh my God, people are going to think I'm a conspiracy theorist. I can't say anything. Well, you know what? Then you're part of the problem. So our temperature has been, it goes down 30 degrees, 40 degrees, it goes back up, it's warm, it's cold, it's warm, it's cold, it's warm, it's cold. Look at all this black carbon dust. And I have videos that I have posted on all of my research. You can go to Never Lose Truth, look at my playlist, Weather Modification, and in that list are videos about black carbon dust, how they can enhance rainfall, create cumulus clouds, and increase the heat of the atmosphere. This is our sky. Practically every night. It's a wonder. It's like living this life of being gaslit 24/7. Oh, what are you talking about the sky? It's fine. Really? Okay. So, what I'm looking at, I'm not really seeing a problem? Really? Oh, God. I'd love to hear how you guys are doing. I've got to pull myself out of this, whatever it is I am in. And I thought maybe just talking about it would help. Just getting out, whatever. Huge pulse. When the camera goes out of focus, and there it is. They flipped the switch and brought back the focus in my camera. These are our clouds. This is our sky. No problem. Just go on, move on. Hey, turn on that TV and watch whatever shit show is just going to, fill your brain more and more with garbage, trash, crap. Boy, we are living quite the time. Well, that's it. I hope you're all okay. I hope your comments come in and say, you are feeling fabulously. But my hunch is most of you are not. But I really want to hear from you guys upstate South Carolina. How are you doing? Are you experiencing something? Are you feeling like you're just not yourself anymore? Whatever, please comment below. Comment below. You like that? It looks like a submarine or something in our sky. And it's called a cloud. Look at this. Okay, not this, but you have these gray or black clouds that are encased, and then suddenly this white starts to lift up. And look how defined it is. Oh boy. All right. I said that I would not give up until the fat lady sings. She's exercising. I can hear her practicing. I can hear her warming up backstage. But I won't. I won't. Not until she sings on stage. Ciao, guys.